Hey, good morning, Wolfpack. Just coming from a coffee shop. Hey, I didn't have my coffee virtual background here, but hey, got me thinking this morning. Had a chance to meet with some students. Good morning. Who's just joined us. Got a chance to meet this morning, early morning. Students, parents down in the coffee shop. Don't forget, we are the Virtual Learning Cafe, so which means we're mobile. And with Sean. Good morning, Sean.
Good morning.
Sorry I don't have a virtual cup of coffee for you. Or actually I do. Here's a virtual cup of coffee.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Sweet, baby. Hey, speaking of Sean and Virtual Cafe and what we try to provide energy to us, looking next week, Sean, definitely going to be having a trip to Baldwin area. Sound good?
Awesome. Sounds amazing.
So we have next Monday, Wednesday, or actually Monday, Tuesday off next week. And I was thinking like Thursday, doing a road trip to maybe get a face-to-face day we do next week. Sound good?
Sounds good.
And more details to follow. I sound like an infomercial, don't I? Okay, but wait, there's more. All right, anyway, we'll throw a cup of job. Anyway, the Virtual Learning Cafe is not only just about drinking coffee, it's just really to signify the fact that we're mobile, we're out there. Good morning, David. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Number 13, is that your favorite number?
Yeah.
Love it, man. I love it. So good to have you with us here this morning. Sorry, David, if we were to meet this morning, but I was a road warrior in the last half hour. So
Yeah, I figured. It's all good.
I know you're used to it, right?
Yeah.
Stay in the line. We'll love to chat with you afterwards too. Okay. So,
All right. Yep.
Anyway, good to see all of you here. Natalie, good morning. Good to see you this morning, Natalie.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
All right, that's all right. No worries, girl. Sabrina, how are you doing? She's doing okay, I hope. But good to have Kiara Smith here in the studio today. Kiara, good morning. Thanks for being patient. She's here on her face-to-face day. So speaking of that, as you know, I sent out a group text to everybody this week telling you that we only have 2 days at G2S Academy. This week is volunteer only. I'm going to give everybody credit for a face-to-face. It's good to have Kiara in here today. We can get a chance to work on. She's working on a cool individual project plan. And really looking forward to that and some of the direction she's taken on. Also, it'll be part of a little part of the agenda today about, hey, if you are interested, there's that time frame of windows closing quickly. We really have worked hard at getting what does that individual project plan look like if you want to do that instead of Play-Doh or a combination of it. But today I want to just show, not in great detail, but just kind of an overview what that looks like. And when I make my trips out to cafes or to pizzerias in Baldwin or meeting Crystal down in Shelby Hart, this is what I want to kind of share with you, what you can be working on. So anyway, good to have everybody back. Today is the last day of webinars for this week. You should hear some cheering, no? But we're only having 2 webinars this week. We are doing professional development on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then even into next week, Monday, Tuesday. It looks like we may start up the webinars again full force next Monday, Tuesday. Even though they're teacher in-service days, I'm still going to carve out some time to push out some webinar information because we're going to need it because the new marking period starts next week. So, and that's why I have a lot that I want to share with you today. As I am recording this, I want to push the word out to everybody. So let's get at it. Any questions or wonderings at this point right now? Like, hey, I'm wondering, no, I'm not talking about wondering why you're here today. No, wondering about what's happening with grades. What's the focus of grading? What does end of marking period look like? That's going to be the huge piece of today's webinar. So if you have any questions, this is the time to kind of create that dialogue with you. First of all, finish strong, baby. This is the last day, official day today of grades, progress. I have to now compile for tomorrow your grade for the first trimester as a virtual student. What does that look like? Now, as you know, if those who met us yesterday, the word I pushed out was if you need an extension, no, not a hair extension cue, but an extension of time, let me know today, no later than today. Mr. Quinlan, I need till Friday or Thursday so I can have my courses at 50%, so I can have a adequate grade for this trimester. So if that is you, and you are seeking an extension, and hey, I need a few more hours or days, a couple more days to finish my classes, today's the day you gotta let me know. Any questions on that? Or wonderings, or pretty much as I look at who's here live today, I think it's pretty clear. You guys, you've been showing up all the time. You get pretty much understand what that means. All right. Once again, I'm going to get into the habit of doing this every day. So, and it's not up there today, but please take advantage of this webinar to have a one-on-one with you. 15 minutes, 10 minutes, half hour, an hour. I mean, this morning I'm at a cafe drinking Java and meeting with a parent and a student for an hour and a half, and they seek it, I'm going to give it. So if you need that time, carve it out, schedule it, let's make it happen, folks. So keep that in mind. Number two, I have the how can I support you? If you look at that number link one, continue to seek out if you need to continue support. This document's huge. I appreciate the 4 people who have shared with me last week. If you need a chance to, hey, continue to support me here. I feel like I'm really being challenged here. I'm feeling good about this. I'm not making a requirement today, but I will be making a requirement on a weekly basis, at least once a week, and I'll have that day designated for you. I think it's important for you to kind of reach out to me in areas that can help support you. That's huge. And I'm telling you what, those who have been reaching out and showing up are the ones kicking butt, kicking through the uprights, doing well virtually. So I appreciate that. Okay. Hey, NWA and Zello, not going to jump into that today, but that is on the virtual learning webinar. It is very challenging on my part, and I know it is on your part, but I've got to put it here. If I don't put it here, we won't get it done. It is required by the state of Michigan that all students K-12, actually not K-12, I think it's actually 6-12, complete a Zello, which is a career cruiser activity. I'll walk you through it. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about over the next 5 days recording a webinar to show you what you need to do. And I think that's one of the projects I'm going to be working on. So you can do that on your own time. I don't want to take up our full webinar showing how to do Zello, X-E-L-L-O. But that's required of all of you. Number 2, NWA. Sean, you've been a rock star. We've been trying to do that virtually. Working okay. We've done a couple, right, Sean?
Yeah, I've got 2 now.
Yeah, you got 2 now, man. Proud of you. That's awesome. So that's really helped, Sean. We could do that virtually. So Natalie, David, well, we'll talk about that later, David, how it may not have, it doesn't really apply to you as much.
All right, yeah.
Areas that, yeah, don't worry about that. But for those who look at this recorded, we can do this virtually. So we just want to keep that in mind. So number 4 on the agenda, obviously marking period is over today unless you reach out to me and say I need an extension because I'm doing grades tomorrow with that. And also with it tying into that, I want to make it very clear to all of you that if you reach a point of you haven't been compliant with virtual learning in the areas of 3 areas. Number 1, showing up at webinars 3 out of 5 days. 2, 10 hours a week on your coursework. 3, scheduling face-to-face on a consistent basis. You will be on a probationary contract next term. What does that mean? It means that that probationary period will be a short 3-week period. If you don't comply with 100% accuracy without, right now, you haven't proved that the virtual learning is your platform, we'll have to look for alternative ways of improving your experience at G2S. What does that mean? Today I want to announce it. Today I'm going to officially announce right now, hang on to your hat, get a paper, pen, write it down. No, I'm just kidding. But as of today, I'm announcing that students will be virtually attending G2S Academy live on some of your courses. I repeat, today I'm officially announcing in a probationary status, or if some students are choosing wanting to go to biology class, math class, social studies, language arts class, but yet do it at the comforts at home. We are launching that for our second marking period. It's another option for students who either probationary status or who choose to. So if you're struggling staying connected, we'll get you on a more rigid schedule. Or for example, it may look like this. At 12:30 every day, you show up for your language instruction. We have webcams in all the classrooms, and we'll be providing more of high school experience, David. Doesn't really, and Sabrina. It'll be more for high school students. Middle school, there may be one small opportunity, but really focusing on 9 to 12. So I'm announcing that today, and that may be create a lot of wonderings or questions you have. What does that look like? What if I don't attend? Or what's the attendance policy? What will that mean for my continuous, I guess, the expectations of, as a virtual learner? I do want to tell you these three pieces. Number one, it is becoming a requirement of the state of Michigan that virtual students have to attend live accredited teachers courses. It's got to be a blend of it. So that's one of the reasons G2S is being proactive and preparing for that. Number two, we're finding students who attend these live courses and staying connected, like many of you are here live today, are being successful. And number three, and for those who really are struggling and challenged, because we all have challenges, struggles every day, meeting your expectations, a way to get you back on track towards a successful experience. So more on that later, as far as it doesn't really change things as far as how you and I will communicate, but I think it's important to share out with all of you today that important component. So live courses, a schedule that gets more structured as you as a virtual learner. And there's some advantages to that. You know, looking at all of you here live today, you know, we do value when we have a schedule. We do well. We perform better. What can I look at that I can put up on the wall or put on the refrigerator that can help me be successful in my courses? So we have schedules when we go to work. We have schedules when we go to schools. And we have schedules when we play. I mean, sometimes, hey, this is what this time is the game. This is what we're going to do beforehand. And so I want to help you with that. What wonderings do you have today? Anyone? There's a lot. Mouthful. A great deal. David, anything?
I got nothing, no.
You got more than nothing, buddy. I know. I appreciate that. I always appreciate you weighing in and giving me some feedback, good, bad, and different. So anyway, I do. So cool. Hey, as we wrap up here today, I just want to announce once again, there are no virtual expectations from Wednesday to Friday unless you are behind your coursework. It's a good opportunity to send me a text, email me. Hey, I need an extension till Friday, Thursday. I'm not going to do it into the weekend because it's got to be done by Friday. If you need that, let me know. Number two, look forward to a new schedule for some of you about live courses here at G2S. And I'll be having the individual conversation on that. That's huge. And number three, have a safe and enjoyable 5 days off of school if you're on top of your work. But it doesn't mean you can't continue to read. It doesn't mean you can't continue to wrap up some of the work that you have on some of your Trello. But you get a little break at G2S, 5 days in between terms, kind of cool. We built in this year. Any final thoughts from anybody today? Well, I feel like I got this wolf over my shoulder, you know, like kind of like just me out a little bit, you know? Kind of like, I'm looking at the green screen, I'm like, dang, you know, that's a cool wolf pack. It's a cool wolf, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is, man. So it's funny. I mean, we're talking about Wolfpack Strong, and if you follow our Facebook page, if not, follow it, Gateway to Success Academy. We're defining what Wolfpack Strong means, and we're really peeling back the characteristics of like a wolf. I mean, and there's so much similarities of the characteristics of a wolf when it comes to like teams. You know, David, you're in your basketball team starting up, right?
Yep.
I mean, about how the pack supports one another, how the strength of the pack is really found in the individual wolf, but the strength of the individual wolf is really found in the pack. I mean, no different than belonging to a great team, right? You're only as good as the person next to you.
Mm-hmm.
You can shine in your own star and say, but that has a short shelf life. I'm telling you, historically, it's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so think about that when we talk about Wolfpack Strong. I love our mascot for the school. It really speaks volumes to kind of our own personal lives too. So, hey, David, stay on the line. Love to chat. You call it up a little bit too. And Sabrina, Sean, Natalie, and Kiara, connect with me if you need to. Send me a text. Call me in the next probably half hour. I'll be available. But Kiara, looking forward to working with you today. So everybody else, if you have no further words, stay connected. Look forward to seeing you next Monday. What is that? November 4th. We'll be back on the air, so I know you can't wait, right? Go mark it on your calendar. All right, until next week, everybody have a great, enjoyable time off. We'll see you on Monday.